Okay, here's two elements, not just one. Wait a minute. We look inside of this tube and we say, there's nothing in there. Look in there. Nope, nothing in there. Well, that's not actually true because what's in there is gas. If I was to take this, put it in a fish tank underwater, open this up, I would notice a bubble would come out. Okay, well, what's that bubble? Obviously, air. But what's air? Air is actually a mixture mostly of two elements, nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen is up here, it's element 7, and oxygen is up there, element 8. Nitrogen, when it gets together with other nitrogens, will form a molecule where two nitrogen atoms are stuck to each other, but they don't have a lot of attraction for any other atoms, and so they just bounce around, and that's what makes this a gas. Likewise, oxygen atom will bond with another oxygen, and so you'll end up with O2 molecules and a mixture of mostly nitrogen, about 4 nitrogen molecules for every 1 oxygen molecule. That's what we call air. Now, there's a number of other gases that are found in there. Let's go ahead and admit I was exhaling when I sealed this up. And so there's probably some carbon dioxide in there. Even if I wasn't exhaling around it, it's going to have a little bit of carbon dioxide in it. It's also going to have some water vapor and a bunch of other gases. I'll go ahead and mention, we've got one bonus element here. We are also going to have some argon. Argon is there's a bit of argon that's in air, and so we can actually liquefy air and we can get argon. Argon is a so-called noble gas. Some would call it an inert gas. And so argon, we want to have argon in an environment where we want to be sure that nothing's going to react. As a matter of fact, argon is sometimes used in incandescent lights in the Thomas Edison light bulb. We use this as a way of keeping the very, very hot filament from bursting into flames. So we used argon to make sure that it didn't react with anything. Argon, a noble gas, it is another element. So nitrogen, oxygen, and argon are all in the air right inside your lungs right now. And they're also in this tube. So I have a tube in my collection just to show that I've got these 3 elements, but even if I didn't have them with my elements, it's in the box that I store them because you can't get away from nitrogen, oxygen, and argon.